Well, retailers want you to get caught up in the hype and spend, spend, spend. Now, there certainly are some incredible deals on Black Friday, but there will also be great deals before and after Christmas. There are high-tech ways to destroy data on a computer hard drive, but this is the fastest and easiest way. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. There've got to be 100 stink bugs in here. Woo! They're all over the place. This Nerf Vortex is way fun. Stick around because I've got a look at some of the hottest selling toys this season.
Wireless networks make using your laptop convenient no matter where you are, but there is a disturbing trend that could put your private information at risk.
All a hacker needs is a laptop and a wireless network card to steal your identity. Target 11 consumer investigator Robin Taylor explains.
Well, you know, we lock our doors, we install motion detector lights, we may even have a security system to keep thieves out. But when it comes to our computers, we often leave the door wide open for cyber criminals.
First stop sign will make a right at the second stop sign.
We went for a drive with a computer security expert to find out how easy it would be for a cyber thief to break into a business or a home. And it didn't take long for us to find plenty of Wi-Fi hotspots.
We're probably somewhere around 150 that we've found so far.
Computer geeks call this war driving. It's when you drive around searching for wireless networks. There's nothing illegal about it unless you try to hack into the computers on the system.
So let's say you're a bad guy. What would you do with that information?
Once we make a wireless connection to their network, we have just as much access to that information as a computer that's inside their office.
That's kind of scary, isn't it?
It is scary for those businesses.
Lloyd Wolf told me the hacker doesn't need a sophisticated computer program or a great deal of knowledge. He just needs to park outside and log on to the network.
Here there are lots of professional buildings, lawyers, engineering firms.
Some of the Wi-Fi networks were locked up tight, but many weren't. On our short drive, we also passed through a residential neighborhood where we found another 100 Wi-Fi networks.
Now, are any of these locked?
Some of them are locked with security settings. Some of them are set to no security.
These are people who wouldn't think of leaving their front doors unlocked, but they haven't given that same consideration to their computers.
These are all no security. So
on our 2-mile loop, we found 350 wireless networks. 30% had no security. 20% had the weakest security settings or were left on the default password.
If they're a business that maintains information such as credit card numbers or social security numbers, the hacker could be gaining access to that information also.
Business computers may be password protected, but most home computers aren't, leaving personal information like bank account numbers, financial records, even tax returns wide open for a complete stranger to look at.
It's as if somebody came in, just sat down at your computer and started looking through to see what kind of files were there.
Of course, the hacker never has to step foot inside. All he needs is a wireless network that's left wide open. The first thing that you need to do is change the password on the wireless network and then set up wireless security. Wi-Fi protected access is what the experts recommend. Now, for more information, just log on to our website, WPXI.com. Robin Taylor, Channel 11 News.
It removes minor dents from hail, car doors, shopping carts, big, small, just about any size at all.
So we created not just one, but 2 dents, and then put it to the test. We tried once, and then twice on the hood. But the dent was still there. Maybe it wasn't a fair test. So we tried 4 more times on the side panel. After all that, it looked better, but it was still dented. So our tester gives the Popsodent the so-so.
You can certainly see old dead bed bugs in here.
Chad Gore doesn't leave home without a flashlight. He uses it to search for bed bugs before he spends the night in a hotel. First, he puts his suitcase in the bathroom, and then he pulls back the sheets.
One of the first signs that you might see are the droppings.
They're the brown stains on this mattress, a telltale sign bed bugs are living and feeding here. Okay, so that's a bed bug. They're really pretty tiny.
Consumer investigator Robin Taylor found out how easy it is to recover personal information even after it's been deleted. Robin?
Well, we found the kind of information you wouldn't want thieves to get a hold of. I bought a used computer off of Craigslist. The hard drive had been wiped clean, but that didn't stop us from uncovering a gold mine of personal data. Our computer expert hooked the hard drive up to one of these machines to do a forensic analysis. I told him to look for anything a criminal might be interested in. Keep in mind, the person who sold it to me said everything had been deleted.
So this is the hard drive, and it says it's wiped. But was it wiped?
It was formatted, which means that the average person couldn't see the data.
But the deleted files weren't really gone. They were just hiding. Our expert, Jay Armstrong of Computer House Call, was able to tap into the memory on the hard drive and restore all kinds of information, including someone's tax return. We had their name, address, social security number, how much money they made, their bank account number, even information about their children.
All the data that they filed, every number, this is exactly what went to the IRS.
You could use that to blackmail somebody, couldn't you?
Sure, yeah.
Or you could use it for identity theft.
Yeah, I mean, a social number, name, and address is golden.
And there was more. We uncovered hundreds of photos, including pictures of a scantily clad teenage girl. I could tell she was joking around, but it's something her mother wouldn't want splashed all over the internet. In the wrong hands, this information could be very damaging. And that's why Armstrong told me deleting files isn't enough. They have to be unreadable. There are high-tech ways to destroy data on a computer hard drive, but this is the fastest and easiest way.
Just take it out to your driveway, take a hammer, and just smash it to bits.
The military uses complex programs that overwrite everything on the hard drive, but this, it's a lot simpler. So before you sell your old computer, take out the hard drive and replace it with a new one, or have the hard drive professionally cleansed so all of the data is erased. That will assure your personal information doesn't end up in the wrong hands. The previous owner of this computer didn't have a lot of files on here, yet we still found a tax return. Just think about how much damage a hacker could do if this computer belonged to a business with social security numbers, account numbers, or confidential files. Robin Taylor, Channel 11 News.
And now we're taking our cameras back to 4 popular restaurants. Target 11 consumer investigator Robin Taylor wanted to know what the kitchens look like now. Robin?
Well, to get the record straight, we're not trying to pick on anyone. These are restaurants that made headlines because inspectors found they had problems with rodents or roaches, issues that were serious enough for the health department to step in. In early May, the health department issued a warning after finding more than 350 mouse droppings at Claddagh Irish Pub in the Southside Works. Within a few days, the violations were corrected.
Claddagh is in very good shape now.
But the bad publicity was a stinging blow to the business. I just had a conversation with a corporate manager who told me, at the time, it was terrible for us, hugely damaging. Business is better now, but Claddagh is still trying to recover. That same week, the health department shut Tusca down. An inspector found more than 1,100 mouse droppings along with 10 dead mice. The health department said it was one of the worst infestations they'd ever seen. A month later, I got a couple tip calls from some very upset employees who told me when they went to pick up their paychecks, they discovered they'd been locked out.
It was a very unique situation that somebody would just walk away from the business.
There's even a sticker on the door left by a rental company that wants its dishwashing equipment back. In June, an inspector found another restaurant infested with mice. This time, it was the Szechuan House in Mount Lebanon, where they discovered 1,200 fresh mouse droppings, along with 4 dead mice and about 30 dead cockroaches.
They took care of it right away. And we actually did a re-inspection within a few days, and they were posted all clear.
The restaurant is now being renovated and is adding a sushi bar. It's also changing its name to the Red Tea House. In September, an inspector found roaches at the Lemongrass Cafe in downtown Pittsburgh. The manager told me since then, business has dropped by 60%.
We cleaned everything up and we passed inspection. As a matter of fact, they came not once but twice.
Bo Meng showed me around the spotless kitchen. He says their pest control company is now coming twice a week. So the bugs are all gone. There's no issue now.
Yeah, there's no issue.
This is a family-run business, and they welcomed our camera in because they want customers to know they've taken care of the violations and have passed 2 recent inspections.
Here, like you see, we clean everything.
The health department doesn't like closing restaurants because that can be a death sentence to a business. But it's the agency's job to protect the public, and the head of food safety told me they're going to do what needs to be done to make sure we're safe. Robin Taylor, Channel 11 News.